I'm going to show you my concept development workflow and the best softwares you can use in helping you develop a building from scratch to achieving high badass looking results. So the project was a weekend getaway cottage in the northern area of India. There's a lot of good examples to get ideas from on the internet, but I know that a lot of beginners may find it difficult to achieve such results. I was one myself, and on my second semester of architecture, I came up with this. I know a lot of you may have faced or maybe gone through such issues. In fact, the concept was me relating with the lake in the site and making my building take up the form of a spilled water on a surface. So the best thing to do while starting over is to start from a blank slate. Now considering the two axes on the site, one for great view towards the lake and one being the most apt location for an entry point, I figured out the circulation first, allotted the parking slots, and then allocated the drop-off for the main entry point. I decided on extending the porch over the drop-off point and having a deck facing the lake. I will talk about this a bit more later, but placing a smooth curve shape line on the floor doesn't actually come out the way you expect when you look at it in perspective. What matters is the massing. So I'm going ahead with the geometric shapes and will work on the proportions in a later stage. I'm going ahead with a circular shape for the living room, and the bedroom is projected out in a radial manner and the studio is placed as a separate mass. I'm taking some kind of vertical circulation here which goes up to the upper bedroom and connected the studio by the bridge. To further connect the masses and also generate an indoor-outdoor relationship, I extend the deck throughout the masses, and now it also has an access directly from the outside underneath through the bridge. So I start by sketching out the zoning, considering all the site and design factors, and then I take them to CAD for zoning them according to the area and measurement. I use Revit as my main workflow because it helps me look at various parts of my mass in sections and helps me understand the changes I make in the volume. As I was talking about earlier, the shapes that you make in 2D really emerge out in 3D simultaneously, and it helps give a wider understanding of the space that you're creating. It's a real-time render like Lumion, but you can also use Enscape. It helps the viewer design an eye-level perspective view. Also, we started out making the living room as a circle, but now as we observe it in real time, you can understand how the space actually feels, and it doesn't really feel like a circle at all. And now one of the last changes that I made was extend my deck to the boundary fence of the site, further minimizing the outdoor-indoor gap by doing so. Such little changes in detail that we think of actually gives meaning to the space and value to your design. So that was my short tip and a little peek at my designing workflow. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. If you like this video, show some love by liking it and subscribing to my channel if you haven't.